Greetings and welcome to Math 257, Investigating Geometry, Probability, and Statistics. I'm Dr. Laura Watkins and I am your instructor this semester. I wanted to give you a quick tour of the course so that we can all get off on a sound footing. When you log into our course, you'll land on this home page. Couple of things to note. My office phone number, my office number. Note though that calling me on that number may not be the best way to get a hold of me. The best way to get a hold of me is to use this inbox here in Canvas. Here are my student support hours, so those are all drop in whenever you feel like you need some questions answered or some help. I am available other times. All you need to do is reach out and ask. Here is some introductory information. Notably, start here. We'll go in there for just a minute to take a look. But note that all of those activities must be completed by Friday, January 23rd, or you will be withdrawn from the course. The student support hours, this button down here, has a Zoom link embedded so that when you click on that, you can log in and enter my Zoom room for assistance. Answer keys, there will be answer keys available. They're not available yet, but they will be soon as we start learning some content. This course is not scheduled to start till Tuesday. I am publishing the course tonight, Sunday night, but the course is not officially scheduled to start until Tuesday. So down here we have a Start Here button, so we're going to pop in there in a minute, and then we have a Week 1 button, and we'll pop in there. Start Here will help you get started in the course, and Week 1 will have all of the activities and assignments for Week 1. A couple of things I want to point out over here on the left-hand side. Syllabus is located here. I'm not going to read it to you, but you will need to read it and then take the syllabus quiz. The discussions will be available here on the left. Grades. Testing Center will be where you'll sign up for the midterm. And actually, we have 2 midterms, not a final, where you will sign up for both midterms. There's information about tutoring services and other services, and people are the people in your class. There is one thing that I do want to point out as a best practice when you're in Canvas. And so I'm going to have to pop out of student view to show this to you because if I do it in my student view, it does not work. So popping out of student view, Canvas looks a little bit different, but I want to point out the dashboard over here. Dashboard is important. This is going to capture all of the courses that you're enrolled in, and it will take you directly into the home page. While it is possible to change the view to list view or recent activity, that's not going to be super helpful in terms of navigating most of your courses. For example, list view basically gives you a calendar, and it's not going to tell you anything about how to engage in the course. So switching back, you do want to be in card view, and then you can easily navigate into our course. Now I'm going to switch back to student view. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look, starting with Start Here. So some introductory text, be sure to read all of that. The various steps. First, you need to read the course syllabus. That's over here on Syllabus Plus in the course. Then you're going to take the syllabus quiz. You do need to take it as many times as necessary to earn 100%. You have to earn 100% to remain in the course. If you haven't already set up your Canvas profile, set it up now. You want to make sure that you get important notifications within Canvas because that's where we be doing all of our work. Next, you will need to be working with PDF format files. So this assignment is a trial run. You're going to download this angle reference PDF file. It's a sample PDF for the purpose of merging files, but it will also be useful in the first few weeks of the semester. The second is an image of what's called the empirical rule. We're not going to worry about what that image is. For now, it's just an image. The purpose is to practice switching or changing, converting an image file to a PDF file and then merging two files. So as it says here, convert this image to PDF format. There's a website right there that's super useful. And then you're going to merge the angle reference PDF and then this new PDF that you just created into a single file. And then you're going to submit the file here. The last thing you're going to do is complete the introductions. So this assignment's pretty straightforward. Syllabus quiz, pretty straightforward. I want to show you the introductions. So there's a Google slide or a presentation below. What you're going to do is you're going to find a blank slide and design your own introduction. You need to include your name and a few sentences about yourself, as well as photos and images that represent you. In the discussion below, in the discussion itself, you're going to indicate that you've completed your slide and which slide number is yours. Mine is posted as an example. Then you're going to reply to the slide, to the posts in the discussion of two other students. So let me go ahead and first show you the slide deck. Looks like this. So you'll notice over here on the left are numbers to the slides. Here is my introduction. There are some photos that represent me, and I have an introduction. So you're going to do the same. You're just going to go choose one of these slides and do similar to what I have done here. And then you're going to reply to here. And so, hi, this is Dr. W. My slide is number 1. I'm going to hit reply. So you're going to do something similar. And then as you look at slides, you're going to reply to other students in the class using the discussion board. Do not reply on the slides themselves. Reply on the discussion board so that I can see those replies. Okay? All right, so let's go back to the home. That finished out all of the start here. As a reminder, those 3 things, I believe there were 3, must be done by Friday night. Those shouldn't take you too terribly long, an hour or 2. Then down here in week 1, I probably won't every week walk through what's upcoming, but this week, because it's the first week, I want to do that. So basically this week is laying a foundation, and there's not a whole lot of instruction embedded in this week. There's going to be some self-directed learning that occurs, and we will go full bore, or we'll go full throttle. We'll start learning content next week. In the meantime, there are 3 things that you're going to do. You're going to do a short paper. You're going to do a discussion post and do some replies, and then a short report. Now, before you start feeling like you might be getting overwhelmed, let's talk about the size of these kinds of tasks. So you're going to learn about the Van Healy theory of geometric development, and then you're going to write a short paper. Length is 750 to 1,000 words, about 1.5 to 2 pages. I'm asking that you find 3 sources. I'm giving you 2, so you need to just go find a third. And then what you're going to do is you're going to write a paper about what the Van Healy theory is and what it describes, and so on and so forth. And you can read the instructions here, provide both a word count and references. You can use any format as long as you're citing your references. Then you're going to upload your paper as a PDF in Canvas. Now, what's important to know is that each week assignments will be due Monday night. I like Monday night because it gives you the weekend to work on things, and if you have any questions, I can address them on Monday. However, if for some reason I can't get the answers to you on time on Monday, let me show you. In the assignment, there is always a due date, and the due date is the due date. That is next Monday. Almost every assignment is available for 48 additional hours. So you do have until Wednesday the 28th to submit this. I strongly suggest that you try not to use that extra grace period. I won't judge you if you do. It's fine. I just would hate for you to get a little bit behind. That's all. So that assignment, while due on Monday, is available until Wednesday. And then here's a repeat. And notice here is the rubric for how the paper will be assessed, so you can have an idea. Okay. Now, let's pop back over here. Then, once you've created, done the 5 research paper on the Van Healy model of geometric thinking, you're going to read an article by Pierre Van Healy about developing geometric thinking through activities. This first link is the original article. The second link is a link to a screen reader accessible version of the article. Then in the discussion, after you do the research paper and read the article, you're going to respond to a post and respond to just one of these prompts. You have 3 options. So respond to one of them, and then reply to at least two classmates, note 75 to 100 words. And the link is there for the discussion. And note, again, due Monday, available through Wednesday. Lastly, a quick geometric fact-finding mission. And this is, you're just going to go find, use 2 resources to research 4 basic geometric objects: point, line, ray, plane. And for each of these objects, you're going to have 2 different sources. Here's one, Math Open Resource. The second is some other credible source of your choice. Summarize the definitions, state which you prefer, blah, blah, blah. You can read the instruction. You're going to give me a 1 to 2 page PDF report about point, line, ray, and plane. Organized by heading, one heading for each of those objects. Again, notice repetition of the instructions, due Monday, available through Wednesday. This is the deliverables. Here's the rubric by which it will be assessed. Let me go back to week 1. Lastly, why this matters. Why is this what I want you to do the first week? These activities are to have you practice using online tools strategically, to check mathematical ideas, and to learn and evaluate different sources of information, and then just to lay a basic foundation of geometric vocabulary. So that's a quick tour of the course. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And I hope that we both have a very successful semester, and I will be watching and monitoring and reaching out as needed. Have a good day.